Okay, so for entrepreneur of the week, okay, the reason why is very simple because you guys came up with the idea, and although I could see that there was some pain in trying to sell it, but you were willing to sell it. I nominate Sam and Daniel as entrepreneur of the week. And then star of the week is Banana Rella Man. Okay, the reason why is this. He actually missed out 1 week. He didn't come. So that week, right, there was stagnant. So nobody invested. But the minute he's back, right, boom. I think it's a star for some reason. Alright, in the business world, there are many times where we see companies that come out and hometown, no reason. And they just sell like hotcakes. And you don't know why. Okay, there's certain magic about it, right? And usually, right, it has to do with the founder of the company. Businessman of the week, Steven. He is actually what we call a true businessman because he has managed to not only solicit people to invest in his idea, although the idea is going to take a long time to fulfill, and he successfully sold it. Now, the reason why last week we did a turnaround of the market to become the fund, that to bring people who are less aggressive, right, to put them in an active position. Basically, Rachel took on the role of vice chairman, but she did more than that. She actually lead the group, and she was going around pitching. You know, we felt that she deserved to be nominated as the leadership of the week. I think although her idea is not as hot as Banana Rella or Daniel's idea, but when she finally did come out and pitch, and she actually had an engineer some more to come out with the mechanism, how the thing works. Now, the reason why I nominate as a product of the week, because this, when I listen to it, this is a real idea that can actually happen in the world. Now, what I did is that I look at these different traits of the ones I nominate, and I kind of break them down into certain traits that are important in the real world. Okay, actually all of you has very good sense of timing, meaning that you know when to pitch your idea, you know how to approach people to invest in your idea. At the same time, you also have an understanding of whether you should sell or not to sell. Of course, all of you have your own reason to sell or not to sell. As you can see, in terms of practical, only Steven one I feel is not so practical because it's going to take a while, right, to become, right? But he make up for other things. Now, Rachel, the reason why I put her as multitask is, although she's leading the fund, she's the only one in the fund who actually came out with her own separate idea to pitch. Okay? So she multitasks. Alright? Now this is what the real world actually look for. They look for people who can multitask at the same time. This is a very important element. Eccentric. Okay, the reason why I feel Sam's idea was eccentric. Remember her first week? She said it's a bread that you eat. Okay, after eating you remember all your answers. It's actually very eccentric. But over the weeks, right, she evolved and become something more practical. So eccentric is something that we look for in whether you are starting your own business, doesn't matter. These traits, right, are not for people who are just starting the business, but are for people who work. Okay, that means you go out to the working world. These are things and traits that companies look for. So remember this. Charisma, again, like I explained, Steven managed to charm people to buy his idea. Alright, and Banana Man managed to get people to invest in him without saying too much things. So there's certain mystery about how they manage things. So these are what we call charisma. Okay? And leadership, as I explained about Rachel, and last but not least, street smart. Okay, the reason why I vote Sam for that is that basically when she came out with the idea and rules were given, but she did not follow the rules exactly. So she was like going around breaking rules, trying to solicit people to invest in her. Now again, this is a trait that many companies out there are looking for. Right? So remember, don't always be defined by the rules that are given, especially in Singapore, right? We always give ourselves too many rules, right? That we think that we can't do this, we can't do that. But try to break rules within means and within certain boundaries that you can still do things in your own way. One of the things that I keep talking about, because the class is made up by 6 different majors, there are things that we are trying to look for in this class that you can use. All right? So try to nurture yourself and be aware of these traits that you could develop. Okay? Now, the reason why this past 3 weeks we've been pitching for ideas. Pitching is by far the most important trait and common trait that cut across all the 6 majors in this room that is needed when we go out to work. Okay? Whether you are working for somebody, whether you are your own boss, pitching is a skill that everybody needs. You know, it's not just about pitching skill, because behind that there's always an idea that I pitch for, right? And then on top of that, these ideas are mostly relevant to the world, for the simple reason that, right, they came up with an idea, they went through the process, and it was a process that I designed for me to understand the character of the people, because this is the type of people I will hire. Right? I can say that this past 3 weeks is designed so that I know, oh, in this room, right, who I will hire first. So I will hire this 5 first. Okay? The rest of you who actually came out and pitched for idea, I will hire you guys second level. I will still hire you guys. Okay? For the fact that you guys, whether it's a good idea or not, you come out and you present it. Alright? And you actually got people to respond to your idea. Most important thing that I myself look for is people who has independent thinking. Okay? So by asking you guys to come up with an idea and pitch that, we will be able to see whether you have independent thinking. That's the fastest way to find out. Second, ability to communicate. That's why I want you guys to pitch. Right? Because by pitching the right way, you will learn to scale up or to master different ways to communicate with people. Now the third thing, which is what you guys are learning in school, right? The creative skill application. Okay, and of course I know that you guys learn theory as well. But to us who are hiring, that is the number 3.